Yeah, there was no sound on either side there, folks. Apologize.
Well, what you missed while the stream was offline is a little duel between Acroknives and Zlops. Zlops, obviously, you see, got the lowest part of it there. Drew the drain out of Acroknives, barely lived. A level up to 3 during the drain saved his life.
Yeah, he had sub 100 health at that point. So let us know in chat if you've got the audio now. I do apologize. It's, again, it wouldn't be a Best Shaper world without some kind of technical issues.
Yeah, this is true. We always have something going wrong. Yeah, wow, looks like everybody's standing in the desecrated grounds today.
Yeah, so to recap, what you missed while we were muted, apparently. My name is Garwar. With me is Terrelthur. This is Best Desecrator World. This is our last Best Shaper World ever. So it's fitting that it's Desecrator because, you know, he's the Bane of Meridia and all that. And he killed everybody off in the Waystone office, apparently, if you're a Shy Guy and watch the vines. One of the things we were talking about, though, is you can tell who throws out what ability by the little circle that comes up around the abilities. Like when they do the Desecrated Ground, if it's Zlops, you'll see a little blue circle. If it's Acroknives, you'll see a red.
I can't tell you how much the players trolled us before that was in on Best Dibs World. Holy
because
crap.
You never know. They throw out a nightmare on themselves, and you'd think they were... You'd think they were getting hit by a nightmare, but they were dropping it, like self-casting it.
Garwar and I were freaking out so bad when they were doing
wait,
that
why is that
us.
not doing any damage? Is that a bug? Oh, they're doing it to themselves.
Doing it themselves, yeah.
That's great. So we did mention loadouts. Zlop's rocking. Oh, he picked up 3 wills. Oh my god.
Oh
this
my
guy.
God.
He went 27.7 magic resist with the Warden. You probably saw me hover over it. Acroknives go in the health regen.
But he's first to 6, understandably, because he was in lane a little bit longer, but man.
Unfortunately, Zlops drew the aggro of the minions there, and they were actually doing more damage than Acroknives was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I would have gone 2 wills and a resilience if he's going for defense. You need that armor.
Yeah, because you got to do something about these minions.
Yep.
I mean, this isn't like other games where you can ignore the minions after a couple levels. You can never ignore the minions here. Because they will wreck you. I think, what was it? We were watching a community game on Thursday, and we saw minions doing, like, what, 50 damage at the end of the game?
Yeah, they'll rank up pretty hard, especially once you start taking cores down. One of the little-known things people didn't really understand about cores is that once you take a core down, your minions level up a little bit. They get a little more power. So that they actually will do more attack damage, and if you get like 3 cores down, all of a sudden your minions can be doing like 60 to 70% more damage than the opposing teams, which causes, and it's in all lanes, so it causes those lanes to push, and you also take more damage when you're fighting in them. So.
Well, Zlops was doing his darndest to make sure Acroknives didn't go back. Perfectly understandable because he had a huge power spike advantage. Acroknives coming back with a vigor and a might and a will.
You know, the might is actually good for Desecrator. He's going to be able to level up. He's going to be able to level up his health and his damage while he's doing this. And if he can turn it into a decay, all the better. I mean, that does require, you know, going back and shopping again, which, you know, could happen in this. We do see Zlops going super defensive. He now comes back with a total of 5 wills.
There you go.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and where there's 5 wills, there's a 5-way.
Ways. Oh god.
It doesn't work as well as the 3-way one.
3-way, no, definitely not.
I don't even want to know how the 5-way works.
We're just not. We're gonna drop that one right there.
So one of the things we don't get to see in this match is the frozen turkey ultimates.
Oh, we haven't even seen an ultimate yet. Yeah.
At some point we will. Well, yeah. So the level 1 ultimate. Let's see if anybody's even taken it.
It's been taken.
They both did. Sometimes people will skip that on Desecrator because the damage isn't amazing. So putting a little more into your tombstones could actually give you a little more burst.
Yep.
But yeah, they leveled it up. It's going to be one of those things where you'll see it like somebody. Here we go. It's kind of a zoning feature. Like, let's see if we can work him down a little more and zone him off. He didn't really actually stand in any of it, so.
Yep. But, I mean, if you get caught in a death fog, I mean, Desecrator could lock you up in it for a good 3 seconds. That's a good bit of damage.
Yeah. The thing is, he's got 5 wills, so...
It's like he doesn't care.
Oh, those
that
missed.
fire effect. Yeah,
The fire's
they did.
great, but yeah, unfortunately he missed
Oh,
a lot
beautiful.
of those, or he'd actually. Oh, this could be it.
Acrid knives, but no,
He's
that's
walking him back.
Drain going down.
That's okay.
He's gonna-
I would have kept walking that out. He had enough. Slops had enough defense. He could have finished that off, I think.
Right, I think he was worried about getting tower aggro though. That was the big thing, or binding aggro as it is.
He was between Acrid Knives and the binding. He could have just kept kind of body blocking him, and when you're the fridge, that's a pretty big body block.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Now, one thing that we haven't had a chance to talk about yet, really, is that the cost reduction down to 900 in this last patch was a big deal because that actually makes it usable for Best Shaper World. I mean, back when it was 1500, forget
You
about
just
it.
never see it. Yeah.
Right.
Nice thing is I can open up the shop and look at stuff. Hey, look at this. Hi. 900. Look at that. Yay, bigger. 900. See, that's the big deal. Like, everything that came down to 900, they kind of became the go-to. And we didn't really get a chance.
Too.
This is our only chance, really, to see, like, you know, what difference does that make? And it's a pretty big one. Vigor coming in big over here for Acrid Knives, because now with his health regens up to 23.
But here's the thing, it's like Zop's getting to the point now where he can't trade with this big pool of health. I mean, he tried to auto-attack back on the Acrid Knives, didn't do too much to him, at least in percent health, and Zop's ended up eating just a ton of damage just from Acrid Knives auto-attack. There's level 10 from Acrid Knives now.
That's why I
wonder
think
what his second spell's going to be.
He had him. I think he had him
Wither.
if he'd just kept walking him out back to that binding. All he needed was another couple auto attacks. I think he could have gotten those in. He was worried though that he was gonna get hit by a little more burst out of Acrid Knives, and he would have gone down first.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Definitely
that is
concerned.
important. That is important to think about because cooldowns are important. Oh, there we go.
here comes the
This should be
Death
it.
Fog.
Come on.
Those are land. Come on.
Oh, he laid them on
Oh,
themselves. You
and
never
that
want to
nice
stack.
knockup.
You never want to stack your death fogs on each other, ever.
They don't stack.
Because
so.
they don't stack. So you want to spread them out. So he had dropped 2 of them on. Zlops dropped 2 pretty much in the same spot. Oh, that health. Look at that, 95 health.
Yeah. The
Just
only
go
reason
back.
Acrid Knives is alive right now is because of Forgotten Tombs knocked up. Excuse me, knocked up Zlobs
Yeah.
while he was firing off his death fogs. If that didn't happen, Acrid Knives was dead because he was 2 auto attacks away from death.
Yeah, you definitely want to spread those out, though. Create a pattern on the ground that kind of blocks. Like, drop one right on your opponent and drop the other 2 on their path that they're going to try to escape in.
Drain
the
down
drain's
from
not going to
Zlobs?
do anything.
Nah, it's just going to get rid of the Warden Shield, really.
Yeah. Because he was already regened. He's got 23.8 health regen right now. Plus, he's going to get, if he can be in range of those dying minions, he's got that 66% chance off consume, too.
And that'll pick up 14 health since even though you see Desecrator throwing all these ranged abilities out, he's still considered melee because he has a melee auto attack, so... Oh, Acrid Knives, you are so low, dude. Okay, the drain back from Acrid Knives on this lot is
That drain's going to do nothing because he's got 5 wills. 1800, almost at 1800 here. 1865, though, for Acrid Knives, so they're both farming pretty equally.
Yeah, the thing is based on Acrid Knives' item build, he had more vamp. He's gone back, and that's the decay done.
Yeah, that's
With
gonna
the
be...
fully stacked,
nice.
too.
Acrid Knives just realized, oh god, drain does magic. Yeah, you get nothing off
Yeah.
your drain, boy.
Yeah, buddy. You might as
I
well
want to see
sell it, buddy.
Zlops go back and turn one of these into a balance. Actually, I want to see lots of balances. I want to see like all
That might as well.
balances. I mean, come on.
Because
It
the nice
stacks.
thing about that, yeah, and you know the ticking nature of Death Fog will make sure all the stacks stay up on it. So
Yeah.
Zops is going to be able to go back. He's going to make it. Wonder how many
Just wanna
balances
see
he's going to buy.
balance. Oh no!
No,
Oh my
he
god!
bought a Retribution.
Oh my god! No.
What?
Oh, well,
What?
actually, okay, that kind of makes sense here. Hey, remember, we've had this talk, but oh my god, this is going down. It doesn't even matter.
Is this
The
going to be a
binding's
binding
gone.
kill?
Desecrator doing work on the binding.
And this minion wave here too. Yeah, I don't think he gets back.
He
in
just
time. His
stands there.
Zops right
He
now.
just stands there and finishes it.
Exactly. I don't even care about Desecrator's incoming damage if I'm Acrid Knives right now. That's it. GG.
Wow.
Wow, holy
Was
crap.
not expecting that.
I don't think Zlops was expecting it either. He's going, what the crap just happened?
Yeah. Well, that's only game 1, so, you know. I mean, this is a best of 3.
The mortal team has been annihilated.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, you were saying you wanted to go back, but going back is what costs him the game. That
Well,
kind of stinks.
This is one of those things, you've got to know when to go back, right? Like, he went up and pushed up and didn't go back right away when he saw the other player go back, and that's kind of what you need to do. I was not expecting him to be able to 100-0 binding, though.
No, I certainly didn't either.
Desecrator apparently does work to bindings.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that passive doesn't work on bindings.
Yeah, it shouldn't, right? But who knows?
I mean, if it does, that explains a lot. We'll have to watch that.
So let's see if we can get them in here for the second match.
For sure.
See if they remember that this is a best of 3.
Because if not, I can go up and remind them.
Yeah, you might want to do that, since they're not hopping in right away. Yeah, usually he is, like, to me, very slow on that with the melee. He did have the might, like the decay, so he was getting some power on his auto attacks. But yeah, that was really fast. That was really fast.
Yeah,
he obviously got some help from the minions. So.
Well, true. And the thing about being a tank, though, he still gets pretty good attack damage scaling. I mean, it's not 1-for-1 like a carry, but tanks get 0.8
Yeah.
Damage per power, so that's pretty darn good.
What would have been interesting, I mean, if the Dawn Gate hadn't closed, we would be playing this on the progression update, and in the progression update, well, I don't know actually. They just said ranked would have been coming, so I don't know if the full progression update was coming. I was assuming it was coming with it, but if it was, then bindings would have taken damage from abilities.
Yeah, but apparently, I think Gasty said on that stream that the bindings had a considerable amount of MR.
Well, he said considerable, but it wasn't that much. I mean, it was more than a base player, right? Like, players start out with, like, what, 30 or something like that? Like, it's
a 33.
Horrible. 33, right? I think it was, like, 50-something on the back ones. Like, so it was there, but, yeah.
Yeah, OVP Knives, Desi eats bindings. Yes, we learned this just now.
Was it his second time hitting the binding? I didn't think he made it up that far. I guess he got a little damage on the binding before. But he just chunked through that. He really chunked through that a lot quicker than expected. Like, that was Moya-style chunkage.
Yeah, I know. That was insane. Oh, and there's Paper Green confirming. No, Progression Batch was a patch or two after Ranked. So.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure. I know they had said Ranked was coming and that all Shapers were going to be free, which would have made it great for this, because then, it didn't have to be free week for you to come play in the 1v1s, but...
Yeah. All right, well, let's see if there's any changes. Oh, there are big changes here. We are going to be on Turkey Watch 2014 this game. Both players playing the Fridge Desi. And let's see, we got a Will, and, well, it ain't broken. Don't fix it if you're Zlops. It's still 27.7 magic resist for him. But I guess it was broken because, well
he
it
did
worked
fine.
in the fight.
No, I literally think he owned that game at the beginning and would have won if he'd auto-attacked like 2 more times and walked back to the binding with it.
Oh, sure.
It's hard to say because I wasn't watching the cooldowns on Acrid Knives abilities. Who knows? If he'd had the tombstones up as he was walking back, then it may have turned the other way around.
Oh boy, and there's
Clap,
level
clap.
1 trades.
Clap, and Zlops takes a lot of damage. Amazingly, because it's all physical. I mean, you get the abilities is the magic, but then that auto attack is physical. He just doesn't have anything to do with that, and the Warden Shield helping Acrid Knives apparently a little better than Zlops.
Well, he's got a little more health, so the shield is a little bit bigger. That's the difference. 47 health versus 38, so not a ton of difference, but enough to make a difference there for sure. It's like, oh, it's only 9 health. You know how many times we've seen people live with 9 health in Best Shaper World? It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a scary thing. But yeah, I think in that first match, I think it was more... I think he was doing the right thing, in my opinion. He was doing a good job, Slops was. I think it just came down to his timing on when he went back.
Yeah. Or, if he had just, as you said earlier, if he just committed to those auto attacks before, trying to get Acroknives down before he got under his binding, I think that would have.
And there was that one. There was that one misfire on the death fog.
The death fog, yeah.
Where he double stacked him. If Acrid had to walk back through that, who knows?
That would have gotten him too.
There were a couple things there. So, and that's one of the things normally, we see Saturdays being the quarterfinals, or the qualifiers. Excuse me, messing up my keywords. Qualifiers. So you're running Swish. You're getting to play a lot. You're getting to figure out the shaper and how you're going to play it in this format. Today we're just straight into the finals and trial by fire or by ice as it is
exactly.
in this match.
Drain down early from Zlopsy, having to pop it defensively. Acroknives will have a big advantage come an engagement, but then again, if you're Acroknives right now, and you see Zlopsy starts with the will, he's got this crazy magic resist loadout again. Do you want to stop him from going back before he goes back and gets 5 wills on you again?
I don't know. I mean, you kind of know it's coming, right?
Yeah, I mean.
So, it just depends. I think maybe if you're Zlopsed, you switch it up a little bit and you don't just go 5 wills.
Mm-hmm.
I think you get either like a life in there for some more regen, right? Because he didn't really.
No, he doesn't have any regen.
Yeah, you need that, right? Or you get a resilience, so those auto attack claps don't hurt quite so much.
And then you can basically ignore minions at that point too.
Yeah.
Once you have the resilience passive.
I mean,
those
if you grab
work against minions.
Yeah, if you even just grab 2 wills, a life, and a resilience, you're pretty much untouchable.
Well, the only concern against taking the life is Death Fog because it does % health damage.
Yeah,
so
but 1 life isn't going to make that much of a difference.
Yeah, that's true. It's like what, 3 damage? Yeah, it's not going to be huge.
Oh, you can't see the game? What the heck? How can you not see the game? I'm on the right camera. I don't understand.
I will check it out, but there's the trades going back and forth. Acroknives got the first blood with the drain.
So I'm trying to check the preview again, but yeah, I'm on the right cam. I don't know what's going on. Is Twitch being stupid?
Let me check out Twitch right now.
I mean, Acroknives got the win, so unfortunately,
for sure.
You missed it. Okay, Jason Snyder can see it. For whatever reason, Reload can't.
Yeah, I can see it too.
All right.
Yeah, the video preview's there.
I don't know what's going on. So we will hop out of the match. So that is Acroknives moving on 2-0 over Zlops. Thank you, Zops, for playing. We do appreciate it. Yes.
And
message Acroknives. Tell him it is over.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah, that was 2-0. So I will bump him up. Alright, so that means Acroknives will move on into the semifinals against Jason Snyder. But now we have probably the most anticipated match, at least from Terrelthor and I's perspective. The most anticipated match of the day. Paradelton versus Princess Julie.
Otherwise known as Paradelton loses. It doesn't matter what happens, he loses.
Yes, this is... Paradelton talked his girlfriend into playing in this final Best Desecrator world. And either way, he loses. Because, if he wins, he loses. And if he loses, well, he loses. So,
exactly. Yeah. As I was saying beforehand, if he wins, his girlfriend hates him. And if he loses, he never hears the end of it. So
yeah. Well. He brought this on himself, though. That's just the way it's going to work. But we'll hop into this.
6 cups. I mean, man.
The 6-cup dream, man. You only got to have 1 cup to get drunk, right? So.
Exactly. Well, it depends on what you're drinking, so.
She's got 6, so.
Man. I don't know, in Tennessee, I mean, I'm not far away from where you can get some darn good moonshine. Not saying I drink the stuff, but you can get it. Anyway, we won't go there. No, I'm not.
Well,
I don't have. I don't
so
have any with me. Really, I don't.
Reload right now. It's going to be on the in between screen because we're not in a match. So as long as you see it switching back and forth, we're good.
Oh, come on, Paradelton. This is not the way you want to go out of Best Shaper World, does it? Because, I mean, you've played in every single one of these, man, and the way you're going to lose the last one is you're going to get beaten up by your girl, man?
Hey, there's a lot of good female players. We'll see if she can represent here.
Well, yeah, we've seen some good ones. We've shown some pretty good plays from some female players on Best Shaper World. I think the one I remember most, though, was Immortalisk's Parasteel with the Chains of Fate on Zalgus. That was and she
nice.
got away, too. That was the best part of that play.
So Paradelton hopping in, picking up a time.
What?
What is he doing?
What?
He's throwing. He's throwing, people.
0.1 Vim for 5, 10 movement speed, 2 haste, 10%
He's going race car Desecrator.
Yes.
Haste-Crator in the house. Princess Julie rocking a life start with a rainbow loadout with Warden. Throwing it all down.
And she's finally coming out of the base. I was wondering if she knew that she needed to come out of the base, but apparently she did, so that's good.
Well, if I remember correctly, they're actually in Skype.
Oh, God.
Is that right? They're smack talking each other. We were going to try to get them into raid call
Call.
and hear the smack talk live, but
I know, but apparently she
people
didn't
were
get
having
raid call.
well, people were having issues with raid call. So hey, at least it's the fire and ice matchup.
Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So now we're going to put this to the test once and for all. Which is superior, the oven or the fridge?
Well, if you're going by Andrew Beaudry's stats in terms of skins,
that's
the
true.
fridge is number one. Base fridge.
And it wasn't even close either from what he said on
Yeah,
stream,
and
even
the
just by number of waypoints.
Forge Fire wasn't even in the top 5, which surprised me. Because Forge Fire was a neat combination. They put out the Forge Fire Desi and the Ward Skin pairing. But apparently people weren't so excited about that one.
But I mean, I think that what didn't surprise me at all, though, is that the Living Lore skins actually did exceptionally well.
Yeah. And they're like, oh wow, the Necropolis Petrus, it ended up being number 2. And they were a little shocked at that. I'm like, I wasn't.
Yeah.
That was sick. Setsun was sick. Oh, so
no
good.
kidding. That was
so
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
And whenever you do a limited time, it's only available, and it'll probably be back next year, maybe. Like that means everybody pulls their wallets out and throws their money at the screen. So Princess Julie rocking Paradelton. This is why you don't start time, people. He's down to half health. He has no way to regen, really. Like he's got his potions.
Well, he's got potions,
But look at this. She's just locking him up, throwing down.
But the thing is, Paradelton was able to trade back, bring the health
Paradelton
almost
with
equal on those minions.
Paradelton with the Tailwind pick. Did you see that? Did we talk about that?
No, we have not talked about Tailwind pick. Let's talk about Tailwind. At least he can run away from the incoming CC that's telegraphed as hell on Desecrator.
Yeah. I guess. It's not like Sloth, so I don't know if everybody got to see the Sloth
Oh my god.
Shaper preview from yesterday, but Sloth, if he, oh jeez.
Could
Yes,
you
the
imagine
fridge.
him?
The race car fridge, that's great. Oh my god.
Could you
Nice
imagine?
Yeah, so
Could you imagine
Sloth builds, you just build the haste on Sloth because he's speed capped at 390, and any movement speed that would have gone above that gets turned into power. So you want to do race cart Sloth because not only do you get fast auto attacks and ability cooldowns, but you get more power from it. That was the first Shaper we were going to get that actually scaled off something other than just straight power because he converted. It was going to be nice.
Yeah, but can you imagine what that would be like in the TSG casted community games with the prevalence of the 34% haste loadout?
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my
that's-
god.
34% haste Sloth was the dream. Like that was the dream. You would have just done that, period. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Actually, I think the better way, if I remember people correctly, they were doing some of the numbers on it, is you want to mix percentage haste with the percentage movement speed. And I can't remember if you wanted 5 or 10% movement speed, but
Well,
mixing it was actually better if you were trying to get movement speed, like the best out of
Right.
your movement speed.
because the diminishing returns on haste to movement
Right.
speed hit pretty hard,
pretty fast. So if you grabbed it that way, if you'd combined it that way, it would have been amazing on Sloth.
But even the typical 34% haste loadout has 2.5% movement speed in
Yeah.
it. So,
But I think you can still get like 24 or 27 and have like 10%. I can't remember. There's
Paradelton's
another
got 10
better
and 10 right now.
Yeah.
So, and Paradelton's going back already. Let's see what he ends up picking
But
up.
he's also
with
got
his
that
time.
weird Vim per 5. I don't know.
In energy.
And energy. Well, yeah. He wants that. He can't build a potency. He has to build a chaos. But he wants the shock.
Yeah.
He wants the shock for wave clear.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So Princess Julie's going to go back, and she's going to buy as well. She picks up...
If she picks up anything other... Well, she
had
can buy a
1160.
might.
So let's see.
A will.
Picks up a will. Yeah, it wasn't
She
enough
should-
to get like a... Well, you wouldn't want to have wanted a purity. She grabs a couple wills.
2 wills.
Grab one more item. One more item. No, she
Come
left
on,
the base
one
with a
more
lot of
basic.
money. Nope. Okay. Well,
That's one thing about Best Shaper World. You always spend all of your money on the back.
This is her
'cause
first
you
Best
don't know.
Shaper World, so...
Well, that's true. Well, she's listening to the stream now. She knows next time you go back, spend all your money because you don't know if you're going to get to go back again.
Wheels all. I know why Paradelton went race car fridge. He was scared he wouldn't get back to his binding after recalling. Yeah.
That makes
Hey.
a lot of sense.
After that
he
first
saw the
match?
first game. Exactly. But Princess Julie showing Desecrator's got some wave clear here.
Yeah? Oh,
And
Paradelton
with just a BM laughs.
Look at that. At least he's not dancing.
That's true. And the crazy thing is the health is equal despite the troll build coming out of Paradelton. Which just means I guess 2 wills is just that much more efficient than 1 energy. And then, okay, here
There's
comes
the
the
ult.
Death Fox Bethan fart. And, I don't know.
Turkey watch,
Paradelton-
turkey watch. No turkeys. All
No
frozen
turkeys,
corpses.
boo.
All frozen corpses.
Oh, Princess Julie getting locked up by
Oh,
Paradelton.
no.
Drain coming down back and forth. The tailwind, he is allowed to go back here.
But he can't outrun a drain. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Come on, Paradelton. You know better than this. You've done enough Best Shaper Worlds to know you can't outrun a drain. Look at both
Sub
of these
100
players.
health.
Oh,
Oh.
that binding almost
So
secured the game
close.
from Paradelton. Oh,
That
that
would've
was
been
a
it,
tenth of a
too.
second. Yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah. This game was a tenth of a second from being over.
She was at about 150 health, maybe a little less, and didn't have the warden up. That binding would have just destroyed.
Yeah. Binding does 181, has 70% armor pen, and yeah, that would have killed her.
Paradelton goes back, buys the time.
Of course, because why not, right? And he's already coming back to lane. He is zooming around. He is one fast refrigerator, or oven grater, as the case is right now. Let's see what Princess Julie goes back to get. Sitting on 1100 Vim. And Paradelton just got all this wave clear coming out right now. Then again, it's Desecrator. He's always had good wave clear, so he's always been a good gladiator.
Yeah. And he's actually 52 to 39 in terms of CS, so...
That's something to watch for when it's getting close to 10 minutes, so...
15 up. The CS rule is 30 CS ahead of your opponent,
Right.
starting at the 10-minute mark. So it's not just a fixed number. You do have to show lane minutes.
I like this buy from Julie. Balance.
Okay, so he's chunking through here pretty good. Not amazing.
Yeah. You'll be doing so much
Oh,
more
oh,
damage.
oh, he's gonna eat two!
that's-
Oh no, he got
No, we
one.
only
Got
got
it.
one.
Yeah, that haste build got him out. Yes, the balance great. So first balance showing up in Best Desi World. Definitely what you want. Princess Julie comes back and gets the experience bonus difference back made up real quick. So both
Oh
will
yeah,
bleed
for
again.
sure. But I don't know, all this movement speed. I don't know if Princess Julie's even going to be able to hit much against Paradelton now.
Yeah, that is one thing to think about because of the fact that everything is telegraphed. He can just zip right out of it.
Yeah.
So maybe not so troll build. He is about 20 CS ahead, so if he just focuses on the CS, by the 10-minute mark he could have this regardless.
Yeah, look at it. He's so fast he can get out of anything. I say that and then he eats the Forgotten Tubes, so.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Caster's Curse is real, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so he's up 22 CS now? So Paradelton looks like he might just win this on CS. Although I'm not sure that's the wisest thing to do, Paradelton. You might want to like throw some CS right now.
He's got to throw down. He's protecting himself right here.
Exactly.
No matter what happens, he's covering his ass.
Pretty much. That's what he should be doing.
Wise move.
And look at this auto attack speed coming up from Paradelton. I mean, he's a tank. He only gets a 0.5% attack speed per point of haste. But when you have, you know, well, I mean, he's only got 46
He's only got 46, but it's still...
It's enough.
It's got him at 0.95 attacks per second, so still less than 1, but that's fast for Desecrator.
Yes, it is.
0.8 is the base that Julie's sitting at, so...
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not a lot, but it's enough. It's enough.
Look at that.
It's enough on the Desecrator animations.
Paradelton able to dodge the Forgotten Tombs. He's so fast, he just walked right past it.
I really would have loved to have seen what the run animations for Desecrator were. Does he just not move his feet and just like do the gorilla thing with his arms? Like,
oh man, that
would have been awesome. Like plants his arms, swings himself through, and just over and over and over. That would have been great.
Yep.
The Amaranth swimming was awesome. The Renzo getting his arms all into it. Oh, Paradelton!
The drain coming down. Here comes the Death Bug. Paradelton will live.
She needs to land one more. She's got 2 more casts. No,
I don't think she knows that. Well, Paradelton's got 1,500 vamp. He can go finish this chaos right now. Let's see if he does.
Yeah, I think she thinks it's only once. Bad Paradelton, not telling her it's 3 recasts.
Well, she's going to know on the stream, but look at this. Yeah, it is
is she going to win?
She might. Paradelton's got another time, but he has got to get back to lane so
Julie.
fast right now.
Go,
Come on,
Julie.
Julie. You got this.
He's got his tailwind up. Why is he not tailwinding?
Because he wants to get some after the match? I don't know.
I don't know. I think he's not going to get anything if he doesn't get there. And he's there was the tailwind.
There we go. And everything locking up Princess Julie. What's going to go down
No!
first? Paradelton takes the kill. The Binding had 67 health. One auto attack would have finished it.
I was rooting for you, Julie. I thought you had that.
Wow. So
I really
close.
thought she had that.
So did I. Oh my gosh, but I guess, the movement, I hate to say it, but the movement speed ended up winning the game for Paradelton.
Wheel called it. He went movement speed so that he could get back into lane before his binding went down.
Went down. And I did it. That's exactly what it was. Wow.
Man.
And not to mention, the base damage on Dusty's abilities, then that's all that Paradelton was working on.
Yeah.
Because he had no power.
Yeah.
Even the base damage is scary.
Well, because this is one of the arguments for the Desecrator is because you're throwing the abilities down more frequently, you're doing more damage over time, as long as you can land them, right? Because they're all skill shots. So. And yeah, Wheel, if she hadn't tanked that one shot when the minion wave was
would have
coming,
won.
That's it. But then again, if she had known that she had 3 casts of her Death Fog, she could have delayed him going back even more by making him walk back further out of the Death Fog range, or even killed him.
True.
So yeah, I think Princess Julie's a solid competitor here. I think we got one more match, potentially only one more if Paradelton pulls this one off. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully. Paradelton apparently taking some time to get back in the match. I don't know if Princess Julie kicked his balls or something, but he's taking a little while to recover from this.
He's switching his loadout. He's like, that was too close. I gotta get a better loadout.
Or a more troll loadout. I mean, knowing Paradelton, he will come up with something more trolly than that, given the opportunity.
That's difficult to do with Desecrator. I mean, I think the only other somewhat. Well, it's not. That's to see this. And I'm thinking about possible loadouts, and this isn't even troll. But if you went like the percent power and just started stacking powers, but again,
that's scary late game.
It is.
Oh my god,
it is. But it's not even. That's not even troll. That's just legit, legit Desecrator stat.
I was thinking like full Vim per 5. Let's go.
Oh god, no, that's horrible.
All right, let's see what Julie's running. No change there. But I think what everybody wants to know is, what's Paradelton running?
4.4 power, Ravager
4.4 power.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. That's a bit troll. I can see it though. I mean, the Ravager.
No, it
yeah.
makes sense.
And even
I
in
mean,
this
Dick-
format, totally fine.
I mean,
he grabs a power. He's like,
course.
"Oh, I'm just gonna grab a power. Central.
But you know what though? This is actually real. If this was Jungle Crater, this is totally real. I would totally do this on a Jungle Desecrator. I wouldn't start power as my first item. I'd still grab a resilience, but I can make the case for this loadout not being troll.
Well, it becomes troll late game.
Yeah.
I would just
it does.
in the jungle. You just do the Ravager if you were going for that kind of a style, and you're fine. Because I do that Ravager loadout, Ravager with like 2% experience and a couple other stats, and then I grab a resilience and I run that on like Petra's.
But you know what would have been even scarier in progression patch? Desi's a tank. And then so the hunter role was going to give tanks, what, 15% bonus damage? I mean, he's already a threat to take Parasite as is.
And then he does double damage when it's below 25%.
Below 20.
And below 25%
Plus
is a
15.
big range. Range in Parasite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the last 5,000 health in most cases. Yeah. Hey, Young Bake.
Young Bake's like, let him, for God's sake, at least win one Best Shaper World. Yeah. Well, that's up to him. We told him this is his month.
Mm-hmm. This is all he gets. And it's still going to be fire versus ice.
So the next matchup after this for, I think, people that were wondering, so this is the last of the quarterfinal matches. And then the next match will be the semifinals. That'll be Jason Snyder versus Acrid Knives. So I will drop the brackets into chat again.
And then the winner of this is going to be facing Mr. Number 2 Crafting Currency World, Jaeger X921. And it was really close too. Wasn't that by like what, 18? I think we have Paper Crane in here if he's still here.
Between second and third. Between second and third.
Yeah, but it was like 41,000 between first and second.
Yeah.
Because Rattan was doing Rattan things. Yeah.
Yeah, Rattan OP.
Yeah, Rattan played a little bit of Dawngate. Just saying.
I think if I had if I converted my time, if I had played Dawngate matches instead of working on fan sites and making content and doing tournaments, I might have been able to give him a run for his money.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, considering how long I've been playing, I mean, from the implementation of crafting currency through now, I probably would have given him a run for his money. But all my time was spent doing stuff in the community. Oh, Paradelton just eating damage. Why doesn't he do this when he plays against me? Come on.
Because you don't give him any after the match. That's why.
She won't be either if she beats her. So.
That's true. Oh, Drain's coming down from Princess
That's
Julie.
dead Paradelton. No, oh my God!
No, he's not! He lives!
Mortal team has been annihilated.
How in the world that burst damage coming out of Desi? I guess we just
it's the
underestimated
stack up.
that
It was the
passive.
stacking Ravager and Duelist. Both. They just kept stacking up the damage.
Oh my God! And Paradelton wins one. Well, I don't know if he won this or he lost this, but he's going to come out the winner of the game. But
well, he'll move on. He'll be fighting Jaeger X. So. Thank you to Princess Julie for coming in and participating. First ever Best Sheeper World.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, first and, well, unfortunately, last. At least she can say she played some competitive games.
Almost took him out though in that first match.
I know that was so. And almost
and
got
I
the
almost,
second one too. Yeah.
That last auto attack. If not for that, like, she had him. All right, so we'll jump right into the semifinals.
Yep. I'm gonna go up and ask. Well, no, actually, we have to ask here. Jason, what do you want? No, he's going to tell me in game.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad this isn't on stream because we told everybody in Raid Call what the password was.
And then you forgot it.
And then I forgot he wasn't in Raid Call.
Yeah, nice.
Because there were problems with Raid Call, so. Although, on second thought, I probably could have just invited him to the game, so.
Yeah. Alright. So, Acrid Knives may have stepped away for a second. We will see.
I'll go up and ask him. Well, and Snyder's going to take Mortal, he tells me, so that's cool. Well, yeah, Jason Snyder, you are the #1 seed, so you do get choice, sir. But I'm gonna go up see if Akron's there. Okay. So I left a message for him in the chat, so... Wheelie saying he has an emote that's fitting when Para is done with Best Shaper World and he sees his girlfriend again.
Alright, he said, yeah, Knives is in chat. He says on his way back.
Okay, cool. No, that's totally fine. You know, if you want to change loadouts, because we saw Paradelton do that, the competitors are allowed to do that. That's totally fine. As long as they let us know that, hey, I'm changing something, or hey, I gotta take a leak, or, you know, whatever. Hey, my cat's on fire.
Yeah, I figured since your name has knives in it, I figured that was you, Akron, so don't worry.
Yeah.
And as to the issues Blizzard is having, there is no game in the world that actually has enough computing power to load all the people that are on a given server in an MMO on that server at the same time, which is what is trying to happen right now.
No,
because all the companies balance around, like, I don't even know what percentage of a population on at any given time, but it's a much lower than 100%.
Yeah,
and right now, at least 90% of the population of every server in the game is trying to get online, and that doesn't happen because you're in the grand scheme of things, you're never running that many people ever, and even if you try to get as much as you can to back it up, to try to help, it's never going to be enough. Never going to be enough. That's why you see, I mean, a lot of people think, oh, it's a sure sign of a game going downhill when they merge servers. Well, no, that like after launch. That's actually not true. The reality is they put out more servers than they know they're going to need during the launch window. And then they merge them later when all of the MMO tourists move on to another MMO. Like, that's just the reality of it. Where you get into trouble is when they have a bad plan for how they're going to do merges and they screw it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they think, oh, we won't have to merge. We're the best thing ever. No. Every MMO ever will have to merge. There's just no getting around that.
So Garwar, I got.
Oh, they were expecting it. It's not that they weren't expecting it. You're expecting it. There's just no way to. There's no way to truly prepare for that type of traffic.
So
you can do whatever you want. I would rather not have spectators in.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I told him.
Yeah. Not for these. We do for the custom community games that we're still doing Tuesdays and Thursdays, but yeah. But yeah, you have to realize, like, even Blizzard doesn't know exactly how many people are going to come back, so they'll try to do their best, but it's never enough. It's never enough, because if they actually plan and have that much ready and then it doesn't work, they've just spent tons of money that they can't get back.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, Reload UI just explaining the Blizzard business model right there. I pretty much come back for every expansion and then get tired of it again.
That's how MMOs work. They can't make content fast enough to keep people in constantly.
Oh no, it's kind of like I was watching Final Fantasy XIV, and the only reason that their first raid in the game lasted as long as it did against the player base is because it was bugged. One of the abilities didn't work as intended. It was their quote skill check mechanic, the one that just one-shots you if you screw it up. And yeah, apparently it wasn't telegraphing properly. So. As opposed to the one that for the patch they just released, 2.4, it went down in a day. Kind of ridiculous. Knives is apparently having pet issues, so maybe his cat actually is on fire. I said that kind of jokingly, but, you know, maybe I was right on the money there. I don't know. 2 more minutes, he says? Well, that's fine.
Pet emergency.
I remember one time I had a pet emergency. This was a while ago, and my parents were out on vacation for some reason. And the pet emergency is our cat was. We only had one cat at the time, and then I was looking over at the cat and I saw multiple cats there, and it's like, wait a minute, the cat was pregnant? What? Are you kidding me? And then all of a sudden we had like 6 cats instead of 1. So it's like, all right, this is interesting.
Yeah, that's why I don't have pets anymore.
There you go, Will. Blizzard permabanned me in the Burning Crusade, but still invited me to every beta since Wrath of the Lich King. Nice. It's like, hey, I know we banned you, but, you know, come test our shit and spend your money on us anyway. Yeah, reload, yeah, would have been nice to know. Yeah, it definitely would have been. That, you know, we could have planned and stuff, you know? And I said it's like, oh, wow, so who wants kittens? We have plenty of kittens here. Oh, yeah, refund money. I started getting some of my refunds back.
I
don't have all of them yet.
Anything come through. I would only have one. So.
Yeah, I would have a few. I mean, I got my PayPal ones back already. Card or taking a little bit longer. That's understandable, though, because it seems like they might be going in reverse order, and the PayPal one was the last one. And a lot of other people were saying.
Dante, I think the way it's working is they might be getting each purchase back at each time. I don't know. I don't know if they're doing it in bulk or if they're doing it on a per purchase basis.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it on a per transaction basis. Because basically what they're doing is they're just going back through their merchant account for all the Dawngate waypoint purchases, and they're just refunding each one of the actions one by.
Yeah, it's been 10 days, but man, refunds take a long time. Like even
yeah,
after they send a refund, if you do it through a debit card, it could take your bank 7 to 10 days just to process it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, I wouldn't worry about it too much yet, especially since it's not like you expected to get it back. I mean, this is the first time I've heard of a game in beta that took money giving it back. So,
I've heard of it a few other times.
No, I haven't.
You know, I would say it wasn't as bad this time. For like when they canceled Wrath of Heroes the day before they announced the calculation, I spent $100 on game currency there just to have it shut down the next day. Like, I wouldn't say it wasn't as bad this time, but I bought a new computer just to stream Dawngate with a second monitor and a bunch of other stuff. I spent about $3,000 on it, and then it shuts down the next week. And I'm like, son of a...
Yeah, but I upgraded my computer before Wrath went down, and I'm fine with it because I still got a nice computer that I'm going to use for fun stuff. So.
Oh yeah, so I've got a nice computer that I'm going to use for other stuff. So yeah, exactly.
Bear Delton's girl hates him now. See, told you, you lost, bro.
I told you, man. We told you this was a no-win situation. You shouldn't have done it, man. Reload UI. What I spent $50 on Dawngate. Would have spent more awaiting the Dibs announcer. Oh my god! If the Dibs announcer went in, and then the Desecrator announcer. Oh my god!
That's the dream. Drop back with knives over to the spirit team. Oh, he needs one more. I will. Okay, hold on.
Well, I'm still gonna drop him over to the spirit team. Yeah. Paradelton going #worth. Nice. Yeah, Young Bake, you missed it. So, Paradelton made a mistake and told us he was having his girlfriend play in the tournament. So, obviously,
I went in and manipulated the brackets and made sure they played each other in the first round.
Oh, apparently we were missing the best cat world over at Knives' place. Nice. Apparently, one of the cats drew first blood, and Knives had to go take care of it. So,
all right, wait, make sure Jason's here.
No, you already typed it.
Well, yeah.
All right, there we go.
She didn't play. She had 6 cups and came in and almost beat him in the first match. So.
Yeah, and almost beat him in the second match too. It was
it was really close. I was rooting for Princess Julie. So. Mittens won best cast world. Oh jeez.
Well, Akron's sticking with the tactician. You know, it worked for him in the first set of matches. Why not, right? And it looks like Snyder's going to go ahead and take Gladiator. You know, I remember when we first started these Best Shaper Worlds, you know, with Dibs and all you saw, actually it was just Dibs, right? All you saw was tactician.
Yeah. Well, back then that was because of the way Gladiator worked. He just did not want Gladiator.
No, you did. But then again, you know, Beardish comes in playing Gladiator Dibs in that tournament and just absolutely crushes everybody.
Well, that's because he could actually last hit while harassing.
Well, yeah, that's true, but
all right. People didn't,
and I guess people didn't understand it. You know,
and I'm going to keep cutting
Gladiator
you off.
Dibs. Of course you are. You're always going to keep cutting me
great
off.
Timing.
I learned to expect this.
That was great timing. All right, here we go.
You know, you always you never expect. It's like, oh, it's like I just stand away from the minions when you're facing a Gladiator. That's common knowledge now, but it wasn't back when Downsy did it or Beardish did it. So, yeah. All right, let's take a look at some loadouts here. Jason Snyder, looks like we got Warden with 4.5 defense pens, 6.3 armor, and Warden. And let's take a look at knives. Yeah, he's still running his health regen and Warden too. So, what is it with Warden lately? I think it's been the go-to in Best Shaper World these past few.
Everybody says that they kind of realized that that's what you want for trading.
And Akron Knives, again, getting those early tactician procs with this early aggression, getting out to lane before Jason Snyder gets there. Winning the early health, and my gosh, that's 60 Vim he's got now? Yes, it is.
Yeah, but...
You can go back and get another potion.
That's not really how they've been doing it, though. They just come out, trade, get ahead. I mean, you got to realize he's got Akron's got a 22 health regen versus Jason Snyder's 13 right now base, so...
Yeah.
He can just sit there and do those trades.
It's like, oh, that's only 1.6 health per second. Well, you'd be surprised how much that makes a difference. Yeah.
Quickly.
Although I do have to give the initial impression to Jason Snyder, simply because, you know, skin intimidation. You know, going with the Forge Fire Desecrator versus the base Desecrator. And, of course, you know, skins obviously give you more damage. This is confirmed with science and stuff. Yeah, nobody's buying that, right?
No.
No, okay, of course not.
So, and they finally get to try to CS a little bit.
I have to question the decision of the Akron Knives to walk around inside the desecrated ground.
Again, Warden.
Yeah, true. Because, you know, he can afford to take damage every 10 seconds and he'll be fine. Oh, a little bit late on the clap from Akron Knives to stop Snyder's Warden from coming back. I remember that was a big deal in Best Moya World. Scrag was actually running Warden beautifully there. He would actually go in on Moya right as he anticipated the Warden shield to come up. He didn't get it perfect every time, but man, it's just like this little burst of health to help him win trades that his opponent wasn't expecting because he thought the Warden shield was going to stay down and it wasn't. So we'll have to see if the players end up using that or, you know, if they play a little bit safer because of it. Though Akron Knife eating a lot of harass here. I mean, is this just minions taking him down? No, I wouldn't think so.
Well, he's been moving in and out of the wave a lot, so. And he's been actually zoning Snyder out a little bit, so.
Yeah.
He was a little ahead of him on the experience, though. Now Snyder's a little caught up, so it's back to even. But yeah. Something you got to watch out for is, like, if you're going to try to zone early. Oh, and Snyder drops the Dream down on Akron Knives. But, one of the other things I always liked about this is that little highlighting. You can tell who dropped it because they go green while the other person goes red.
Yeah, it wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a nice addition. Little touches like that make a big deal, make a big difference. So.
Particularly when
Akron Knives really low.
Oh, good.
But he gets his tombs, yeah. He just had to run away until his cooldown came back up again.
Exactly.
Now he's in
Akron
trouble.
Knives, Jason Snyder is big.
Oh
my God.
Snyder got it.
Snyder got the first blood, though, so it's
close,
going to be the win. Oh, my gosh.
The mortal team has been annihilated.
That is really freaking
That was really close. Yeah. I mean, I was like, oh, What just
But
happened?
Evan clinched. Oh my god. And, really, I got it. Skins win games. Exactly. That is exactly what happened.
Amazingly,
I'm going to blame that on the skin.
Amazingly, they ended up with just about the same amount of money, regardless.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That just
Even
tells
though
you how
first
balanced.
blood, just because you get the follow-up kill, and then he had a little more money going into that as a tactician on Acrid. So
Yeah, Wheel saying we need a slow-mo cam. Yeah, you're right. Paradelton, I know, right? PogChamp. Yeah, that would have been nice. I think there's some recording software that does actually give an instant replay fixture, but I'm not sure how that would end up working with a stream.
It's really janky on stream.
Yeah, I figured it is. It is, yeah, I figured as much.
Everybody and their mother's trying to put ways for you to stream through their software, to Twitch and stuff
course.
now. And some of them are adding features like that, but it's rough. It's rough. Not the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, I know, like, Raptor was doing something like that.
Yeah. Raptor has it. Raptor, which is actually under AMD. There's a couple other programs now that have it, so I haven't bothered doing that stuff though.
Yeah, Overwolf has it, so
to the standards, OBS and XSplit.
Yep. Yeah, and that's one thing that I've noticed a lot of games are doing now too. I mean, there's a lot of games that actually have Twitch integration within the game itself.
Yeah.
I know Firefall has that.
Since you already have that client open, then why open another client? Let's just straight
exactly.
And it's going to be the lean down version. You're just streaming straight from it, and some of those have the Twitch integrated into their chat system too. So when somebody chats in Twitch, you can see it like it comes up in your in-game chat. So
yeah, Firefall does that. So
can we get Mittens' Best Cat World up on the Shapers Guild? Unfortunately, we never did an official Best Kinsu World, so. But shout out on stream to Mittens.
Oh man, crazy stuff. Now, with the game this close, what do you think the players do differently? Do you think Acrid Knives goes as ham as he did, or do you think he calms down a little bit, or what? What do you think? What do these players do differently because of this first game?
I don't know if you can really make a decision there. I mean, it's up to the player to decide. Like, were they moving a little? Like, should he not necessarily be standing in the middle of the minion waves when he's trying to harass?
Yeah.
Like, did it get him an advantage in exchange for that health trade? I don't think it did.
I don't think it did either.
It rarely does in these situations, unless you're a ranged carry of some kind or just a ranged shaper of some kind. Because then you can really push him back far enough to get him out of experience and Vim range. So
Snyder breaking the Warden meta right now. He is going pretty much full ham at this point. He's got 12 defense pen, along with 6.3 armor and 6 magic resist. This tells me I'm going all in on you.
Yeah, and Acrid's still running the region Warden. So
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, particularly with the armor and the loadout, you do need that to deal with the minions, although resilience is actually better for that, given that toughness passive. So we'll have to see if Jason Snyder goes back and get a resilience. I would expect him to on the first back if it gets to that point, just so he can ignore minion aggro. But I don't know. Both players are opting to ward their near brush.
Huh.
So that just tells me that they're wanting to play a little bit defensive.
Well, you don't necessarily want to walk right into a face full of tombstones.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's the first thing, right? So there's no reason to really get too crazy at the beginning if you know that that could be a possibility. Because if you walk up and you get hit by the tombstone, you're going to get clapped as well, and they can just walk away before you can do anything about it.
Right. Oh, and yeah. And we will be on Turkey Watch yet again because of the Fridge Desecrator coming out from Jason Snyder. It's just, Acrid Knives, all the skins are free now. I mean, you could have at least gone with a Forge Fire Desecrator. So
Paradelton's like, if I win, I'll give away an Eidolon Nisa skin. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
I've got Crystal Waystone Word skins to give away. I've also got beta keys.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Winner of the tournament gets a Dawn Gate beta key.
Dawn Gate beta key, folks.
Exactly. We'll even throw in a Crystal Waystone War skin. Exactly.
Oh boy. That's why I said the prize for this tournament this time is not a damn thing. It's official. It says that on the sign-up page.
Exactly. Oh,
What's up,
Skyfu in the house. Whoop whoop.
This guy who ran a race this morning still shows up to best Desecrator World.
Nice.
I didn't see the medal picture. What the hell? I saw the last medal picture. What was it for the Divas 5K or whatever? But I didn't see this one. We were talking earlier, like the marathons. This weekend was the inaugural. Oh no, wait, not this week. This weekend was the inaugural, I think, Marvel Avengers 5K weekend. But there's a Star Wars half marathon weekend or race weekend that Disneyland's doing, and they've got some awesome.
Oh yeah,
awesome
you were
medals.
talking about that.
Yeah.
Like
The
one
medals
was
for
like
races are
C3PO?
the best part. Yeah, one's C3PO, another one is it's got a spinner thing in the middle of it that flips between Yoda and Darth Vader. And Jason Snyder and Acrid Knives go crazy. Jason Snyder eating the worst of this because he doesn't have the Warden.
Well, that and he had the minions going at him.
Oh, it wasn't a race;
Other
it was
than
training. Well, then forget it. I don't care about it then. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, Disney World. They did a Star Wars marathon. Like an actual marathon, not just showing a bunch of Star Wars movie, but people actually running and stuff. I think you have to clarify that when you talk about like movie marathons, right?
Well, yeah, like running, the running kind
Yeah.
of marathons, guys. Half marathons, full marathons. Getting off your butt and running around, not sitting on the TV. I mean, I'll sit down and watch a Marvel Avengers marathon. I'll do that
Yeah.
one day. But no. Getting out and running.
First you and now Skyfu's in here. Y'all gonna have to get me running too. Is that what your plan was? Is that why you brought her in here? To tell me
No.
it was like, hey, get
Hey,
off your
running's
butt
not
and
for
start
everybody, man. Like, I've got to get back out and start doing it again, actually.
running. Yeah.
Acrid Knives,
And,
going crazy, getting some damage down, but Snyder turning it back around.
I loved the synchronized tombstones. They just went out
Yes.
at the exact same time. They popped each other up at the same time. It was great. I don't know. I mean, I think Paradelton might have been onto something with his haste load out there.
There's more than
Because-
one Avengers movie. Don't give me that crap.
One Avengers movie marathon. Well, of course. You can just watch it over and over and over again, right? Kappa. Looks like we've got a growth coming out from Jason Snyder now. He just looks like he just wants to just stay in there and trade. I would be curious if he takes that to a rebirth.
Young Bake saying if Para Delton wins, he'll give away an Extra Life poster. Well, there you go.
There you go.
The Kappa's in there, so I'm not holding him up to that. Oh, there's a Might coming out of Acrid Knives.
Oh, but
And
did you see the spell on
A
Snyder?
growth on Snyder. That stagger swagger.
Okay, I'm telling you, man.
He doesn't want him to get away. I would have gone
No,
with her.
definitely not.
But,
Yeah, same here.
CS
But,
is
hey,
pretty
man,
even.
that 65 magic damage might just get the kill, You don't get that off of
Yeah.
Wither.
Back in the day, that was what you started with, Like, everybody started it, you walked up, you found one person, everybody threw their stagger on him and killed him. The damage was a little high back then.
And then it got
Look at the
nerfed to 25
sneakiness.
damage at level 1. Yeah, he is allowed to do this. This is in the rules.
I'm just
so-
going to sit here and stare at the awesome art that's in this hole here.
Oh, yeah,
People
that
haven't
is.
seen it.
You know what? Then I was watching the Goodbye stream and I saw the new Money Pigs
Oh,
area
the Money
art.
Pigs.
Oh,
Oh, so good. So good.
that would have been great. I mean, not that it applies to Best Shaper World at all because, they're not allowed to kill jungle Kirby's, but still, man.
No.
Oh.
And the new Parasite Pit looked amazing.
Oh, particularly with the timer going around.
Or
the
should I
edge of
call it
just
the
like-
Amana Pit?
Oh,
As
God.
we found out finally that the Parasite
Oh,
actually
turkey,
is Amana.
turkey,
Turkey!
turkey.
We've got a turkey, folks.
There you go.
I don't
turkey
care what
rock,
happens.
right
We've got to have
there.
turkey. I'm just going to go on the turkey. All right, it's gone now.
All right, it's gone. All right.
But yeah, for those that missed it, spoiler alert, the Parasite is Amana. Basically, you kill Amana over and over and over again. Sadness.
Which is, of course, exactly what Idolus wanted.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Yeah. And so, like, now we look back at all our games of Dawngate. Now we all just feel horrible about everything that we done during. It's like, yes, we killed Parasite. Oh crap, that's what we were doing.
Oh, yeah, okay, so technically, yes, the Avengers 2 isn't out yet, but frankly, all the movies in the Marvel Universe are the Avengers movies to me, because it's all about the Avengers. They just weren't all together yet. I'm sad that they didn't announce another Incredible Hulk movie, but he's so hard to make a movie on. Oh, here we go,
Yeah,
this could be it!
The synchronized, and that's fun.
Snyder's going down!
Snyder. We're going to game 3.
The spirit team has been annihilated.
Definitely not letting the skin win this time. Whoever said skins win games, they were right on the first game. They were wrong on the second one. Oh, wait, that was me. Damn it. Young Vic saying he feels bad for not playing more Nisa. Well, yeah, I do like. And Nisa was actually going to finally get her rework. That's the thing. The people would have been made happy. Wingclip would have been made something not.
I liked Wingclip. They're like, oh, Wingclip sucked. I liked Wingclip. I didn't have a problem.
Well,
with
that's
that,
only because you used it as your dumb test.
Well, yeah, but it served a purpose. And it still was a slow. Was it the greatest slow in the world? No, but it still was a slow.
Oh god, the players have not joined the lobby yet. I wonder if they're both going over loadouts trying to find some shenanigans there. But I guess...
I mean, this comes down to it.
Yeah, I mean, can't be doing that. I wonder if Jason's going to go back to Warden. He's in the lobby now. So yeah, 12 defense pen is extremely aggressive on Desecrator. I mean, he does have pretty good base values on his skills, and the defense pen just takes advantage of the base damage.
But you've got to get some... You got to get something on top of that. Like, that's more of a... I mean, I guess it's okay early, but... you got to have some damage behind it.
Very true. And he went a growth. He didn't get a might like Knives did.
Right.
I almost would have preferred to see the defense pen on Knives since he went for the might. He got a little bit of early power. So, but here we go. If the butts weren't clenched enough after game 1, this is going to be the deciding game. This is for a spot in the finals of the final Best Shaper World. God, it still depresses me to say that, though. Man, what are we going to do after this, Garwar? No more Best Shaper Worlds. I mean, we'll still have the community games going, but...
Well, for a little bit. It was hard to find enough people on Thursday, so hopefully we get people to keep showing up to those.
Yeah, hopefully.
But if people stop, then
we stop doing them. So
we'll probably have... For those that have noticed, we haven't had Dawngate Daily news posts up, because there hasn't been any news to report. But we'll go to... I'll do one on Monday, a Dawngate Roundup, go back to the old days of a once-a-week news post. But if there's nothing to post, there won't be any of those either.
Young Vic, you're gonna have to quit messing with Nightbot. Like, seriously, bro.
It's all the same letters.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, let's see what Snyder did. Now he went back to his Warden page. He's not taking any chances on this one, and no changes at all from Acrid Knives. He's still running his health regen, health, and Warden loadout. Yes, definitely. Good luck. Have fun. So I don't know, man. Looks like Jason Snyder doesn't just going to sit at his binding, does not want to give Acrid any free tactician procs. It looks like there's going to be no secrets going on that bottom brush in that lane. Or should I say the mortal side brush. Jason Snyder going back to the Forge Fire skin. And that was clearly the problem. The Fridge Desecrator, not strong enough. Yeah. He won on the Forge Fire, so he's got to go back to what got him his win. That's so he's clearly just testing.
Oh. Wait.
Oh.
Oops.
Ouch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Skyfu. Apparently she won her first Arab on Ashabel, and apparently the Squid God is now the god of Arabs.
Oh, of course.
Oh no! What did Dark Matter post?
I played it on stream. Everybody heard it. It's the big hubs. Big hubs video.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I don't have the sound from the stream up because that would just mess with me.
Yeah.
You know how it is when we do
Well, that's
we do
why I
sound
told you what
tests.
it was. So.
Yeah. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, when we do sound tests for these streams, and you know, I have to hear what Garwar said just like 30 seconds ago, and I'm here listening to him talk right at the same time too. It totally messes with me. I just can't handle all that. Okay, level 2 for both of these competitors now. What about the CS right now? 6-5, so that's pretty even. I just wonder if Acroknives learned his lesson about trading inside the middle of all the minions. I'm gonna say that's no, because he's eating all the minion aggro right now.
I had to play that one. Sorry, folks. I know that went over Terrelthur's talking, but that one had to be aired.
Oh, that's fine.
All right.
You know, you could give me a
Dip's
warning
so
when
sad.
you do stuff like
Dip's
that.
so sad.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, just imagine if we were doing Best Dibs World this time instead of the first one. Oh god. Could you imagine the sadness? Although, Jason Snyder, he's not getting pushed around this time. He's the
No,
one
he's doing
pushing
some
around
work
Acroknives.
against Acroknives. Oh, now I've pissed Skyfu off. Oops. Hey, that wasn't me. I didn't make that one. Theot made that one.
Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and deflect the blame.
Hey, that's what I do.
I mean, I work in insurance, so I mean, one of our primary jobs is to see, is there somebody else we can blame for this and get our money back after we pay this claim? But, you know, this is different, man. You got to own up to your stuff here in this world. No, not really, but still.
So, Acroknive's still doing a decent job of CSing, only about 4 behind. And unfortunately, he's got about half the health. Oh, it just got caught by that, too. Strips the Warden away, does a little bit of damage. Forces him to drop that last potion.
Yeah, the problem is, you know, your health is a little more important than the CS at this point, I would think.
Yeah, Jason
Well, he brings
Snyder's
it back
actually heading potions, too. So he can do that. Drops the drain. Didn't even really need to. Just did it for the damage, because he's still got a couple potions that he can use.
Yeah, I think he's really just trying to keep Acrid off the way. Maybe
blitz
trying to get him to lose
Acroknives,
experience.
That's going to be a big deal if they get
Blitz.
close.
Oh, wow.
Because then there's no stopping him. He's just going to keep hitting you.
Yeah, that's
Dropping
3
his
seconds.
Embrace death.
So basically, he's got to anticipate when the fight's going to happen. I mean, well, the thing is, the Blitz doesn't prevent the damage. It'll stop the CC, but he's not going to get stopped. So essentially, this is a damage cooldown that he's got there.
Yeah.
Because it prevents his damage from being stopped in the middle of Jason Snyder's CC chain.
So as we see Snyder going more for the tombstones, Acroknives leveling up the desecrated ground a little more.
Well, I almost like the Forgotten Tombs more, so because that'll scale cooldown. The Desecrated Ground will not, at least with level ups.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess that is one of the downfalls of Desecrator. That his skills do have rather long cooldowns, which, but then again, if you play Haste Crater, you know, that doesn't happen.
There we go. That's
lock him up, and
Acroknives
there's the
potentially
Blitz
going
coming
down.
out.
No, he
No,
didn't
but he
fire it far
outruns the
enough.
Death Fog. Yeah.
Yeah. The Blitz came down, so he wasn't going to get stopped by anything. He came at sub 100 health.
Oh, that warning come up just in time, saved his life. 20 health.
He had 15 health, so the Warden was
15.
a big deal there. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Because the Warden was 68 health, so...
Yeah, if he didn't get that Warden back when he did, he was dead.
Yeah.
There's the Might and the Will coming out.
Yeah, so
Jason Snyder's going to take a good chunk of the binding, but he should probably go back here really soon. And by really soon, I mean like right freaking now. Okay, there he goes.
Yeah, you don't want to make the same mistake we've seen a couple times with. Oh, and he's going to do it. He's going to stick around.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. The problem is, you know, when you're facing a Might, the opponent's still gaining power, even though they're not going back. So
yeah, you want to get
Oh, I don't
back.
like this.
It's dangerous. Oh, and he missed those last two. Got the angle
man.
wrong. Now you need to go back, Jason. I know he's like he's feeling cocky. He's got to level up and by a good amount, but now he's going to go back.
Unless Acro doesn't let him. Well, no, he would have been fine there had he not moved.
A Kool-Aid Man Desecrator skin. He screams,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah!" when he
yeah.
blitzes.
I like it.
Oh god.
And smashes through walls. That's great.
Breaks through Sakari walls. That would have been great.
So Kool-Aid Man Kensu, maybe? As he breaks through walls? Is that what we're saying here?
Eh.
Nah. I don't know. The other big thing that's happening right now is that Acronymes has his ultimate right now. Okay, so Deathbug just came back for Jason Snyder, so... The thing is, he's at an item disadvantage. I'm not sure he should be doing this. There's a Deathbug's back and forth. Acronymes get locked up a little bit
he
here.
better run.
Forced walk through the Deathbug.
Oh, no!
Not quite enough. The health potion saves his life.
He didn't have a health potion.
Oh, no, that was... Wait.
He didn't have a health potion.
His life. It was his life.
It was just, yeah, it was the consume proc. And see, this is the trouble you run into. So he's sitting on a life. He's sitting on 2,300 Vim, but he can't really go back. I mean, he has to.
Because his binding is under threat. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's got the minion wave's far enough back that he might be able to make it back in time.
Yeah, but I mean, the Desecrator's wave clear. But wait, is Acra going to go back as well? He's going back on a ward, and the minions stop him. And actually,
Nice.
those minions might have just lost.
Well, we'll
Snyder
see.
the game.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. Sometimes you want to let people go back, and this could have been one of those cases. We'll see.
Oh no! Let's see what happens.
Started out at
Snyder's on his
3K.
way back. So there's an aggression and a might coming out.
Yeah, Snyder's going to make it back in time. He's fine.
Oh yeah, he definitely will.
Yeah, the aggression
Oh.
is a big deal. The might now they're going to be paired up on.
Oh, the root into the.
Oh, and he gets
binding
two
shot.
binding hits.
Oh my God! If he has a drain right now, does he have it?
No.
No, he doesn't. Oh man.
And
That could've been a
Acronymes almost
kill.
has the blitz back up. Oh, he's got to go back.
Yeah, one more skill lands, Acronymes would have been dead. If the drain was up, that would have been a kill too. Pretty sure. But let's see what Acre goes back and gets. Growth. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
wants
he
that
just
regen.
barely had
And he
enough.
gets haste.
Yeah.
You got to remember, it gives you 20 haste, and that's great on Desecrators. So.
Yeah, big deal.
What? Skyfu, you've got too many things on your list of what you're drawing next.
Exactly.
Too
You
many
need to
things.
finish something first.
He's got a lot of things she needs to finish first.
Yeah.
All right, down to about 1,600 health on that binding. 1550,
Oh,
1560.
Snyder. Here comes the Death Fog. He's not leading him very well, though. Acronyms is not getting much of this Death Fog damage. Oh, there's the lock up there. Yeah, but I think
this is
Snyder gets
trouble.
away from this.
Yes,
Yeah, he
just
gets
barely.
away.
That last Forgotten Tombs gets him out.
Yep.
Man, that was close.
But here's the, I don't think he can go back, though.
No, he can't. Yeah, he's here. He's got 25 seconds on his drain. If he can stay back until that comes up, just
But
give
he's
up
gotta
some
get these
farm.
minions
Oh,
out of
Acrid
here.
run!
Okay, he got out in time.
Oh no, and then he walks in and eats one.
Oh,
Oh, you'd think he'd learn. He's got to remember though, Snyder's up 21 CS, so if he gets 9 CS effectively ahead, 9 more ahead, he wins. It's already 10 minutes, so Acrid Knives is
basically,
feeling the pressure.
there are no more backs in this game. The
His
items that
drain's
these
back
players
up
have is
too,
it.
so
But the thing is, Snyder now has a second spell. Let's see what he goes for.
Dispel.
He takes Dispel. That's smart. To get out of this CC chain. The drain comes down. It's going to save his life. The binding shot goes down onto Acrid, but...
he's going to try to go back. I still think that's dangerous.
Yeah, that's a mistake. I think he's going to throw it if he goes back here. Because Destiny just has so much wave clear, this minion's going to go ahead and get to the line. Let's see what he gets. He's got a second might, but he's got to get back to lane, and he's got to get back now. I know Acrid is pretty low, but let's watch this binding. It's at 1,500 health.
No, that binding's gone.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's taking 100 damage a shot from Desi.
Yeah. Well, no, you just eat that. You eat the binding hits here and you finish it off. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
and it
game.
doesn't matter. He doesn't get in time. Yeah, Acrid Knives going to the finals. Jason Snyder will get the kill here, but... no, maybe he won't. The drain and the disengage from the Forgotten Tombs, even denying even the kill.
Wow. We just saw this.
Yeah, this...
Alrighty.
wow.
Well played, gentlemen. We do appreciate your participation. Everybody's participation in this last Shaper world. Because we don't know, you don't have to come out and do this now that the game's ending, but it is a lot of fun. We like to do it. So we're going to get into the semifinal set 2. That'll be Jaeger X921 versus Paradelton.
Yep.
Can our boy Para finally make it into the finals? Finally win? Maybe?
Well, he did get to the finals of Best Moya.
Well, yeah, but I mean, finally win.
But then again, that was against Scrag.
Yeah,
so.
there was no way.
Yeah,
You're just
was,
like,
yeah,
okay, I
you
got
know.
there, but Dynamo, Tom, what are you doing? Too many symbols. Too many symbols.
So, well, actually, it's Jaeger's choice of what side he wants, so...
Yep. I mean, not that that's a huge thing, since technically they just kind of got placed in that order by me, but...
Alright, well, he says, yeah, that's fine, so let's make it happen. Yeah, Paradelta, wait a minute, we went over this during the first session here, okay?
Yeah,
you can't
Jason.
call EU servers.
Jason, it was rough. You got to remember he had that growth, and that growth gave him that. Oh wait, did he have the growth or did? Yeah, he had the growth, right? He went back and picked up the growth. That gave him 20 haste, which sped up his auto attacks. Because 20 haste is incredibly efficient on every shaper.
Yes.
So yeah.
I mean,
That's what it came down to. If he hadn't had that, there would have been like 300 or 400 more health on that binding by the time you made it back.
Olaf, so what MOBA is the least unbearable? Still have played DG some, but I need to start honing my skills for a MOBA for the long term. It really comes down to individual preference. There's a lot of games out there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Olaf has it right. HOTS is Heroes of the Objectives. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing either.
It's not a MOBA. It's truly what they were saying. It's more of a hero brawler. I mean, it's just kind of a team-based run around and do stuff game. It's a lot like Wrath of Heroes was in that sense. It is all about the objectives as opposed to like controlling lanes and single-player dominance. Like it doesn't matter if one player is doing really well because everything is spread amongst everyone.
Yep.
So yeah.
Let's take a look at the loadouts here because these loadouts bear some investigation. Paradelton keeping the movement speed because, as he saw, I mean that movement speed has made the difference in these games.
That's not Paradelton. That's
Jaeger X. Paradelton? Is this bug on me again? Yeah, it's the stupid bug.
Jaeger X is running 5 armor, 8.3 magic resistance, 5% movement speed, 1.6 haste, and Warden. Whereas Paradelton is running the 44.4 health, 16 armor, 7.7 magic resist, and Warden. So
basically, we're saying, God, Paradelton with the laughs again. Oh, there we go. Now they're laughing at each other. So the BM is returned in turn by both players. This is what we want to see. Either a nice clean match or, dirty BM on both sides.
Yeah, so Heroes of the Storm, it's a lot better if you have a group of people that you're going to play with all the time. So that's kind of your group fun game, right?
I mean, honestly, Wrath of Heroes was the same way, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that was rough.
Any kind of objective-based team play game is going to be better in a group. Because it really doesn't matter how good you're doing as a person if what matters is taking objectives, and because that takes people. So some early trading here, but not a lot coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So League of Legends obviously is having a huge rework. So, well, I shouldn't say it's a huge rework, but it's a pretty big rework in terms of the jungle. Like the whole jungle just basically got changed.
Yeah, they're introducing
and there's a lot of changes. Well, it's kind of going out right now in waves. Like right now, if you queue up for their team builder or potentially normals too, maybe like they're rolling it out in stages. Then you can run into the new map. And apparently, there's a nod to the Dawn Gate in it. I have to actually see it. I've seen pictures, but I've seen the same picture, and I've got to get in there and actually see it for myself.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a little waystone off to the side of the map as a nod to the Dawn Gate.
But then again, their trinket system was oddly familiar.
Yeah, they made a lot of changes.
Rolls,
they made a lot of changes that made it more Dawn Gate feeling. There's still a ways to go to get it quite that good. Paradelton taking a lot of harass here.
Yeah, and it's mainly because he's standing at minions.
Yeah, finally backing off. And League, I would say, is probably the easier one to pick up over like Dota 2. Those are going to be the two big to do pig players. Dota 2 is a lot more complicated. It's going to take you a lot more time to get good at, I would say. And then the other ones I can't really speak to. I haven't really tried out like things like Strife and Smite.
Yeah, I haven't played those either. And then, of course, you got your other offshoots. You know, you got what was it, Infinite Crisis? But
Oh, that's horrible.
I haven't heard good things about that.
Don't.
Yeah,
I rarely say don't play a game. I'm gonna tell you not to play Infinite Crisis. There we go. This could be it.
You're getting really low, man. But the drains are going back and forth. Paradelton, is he gonna be finished off by minions? No, they back off.
Yeah, he was eating so much minion damage. JagerX not. I mean, he had more minions there, but they were focused on not quite on him, so that was great.
Right.
Yeah, the map has changed in LoL a lot to look a lot more like Dawngate.
Yeah, at least in art style for sure.
And apparently they're doing some performance enhancements too, and that's part of this. Is the art changes, the map changes, make it perform better. So you know, I would say
probably changing the
I would say once
too.
it's no, that's the same.
No, they're not.
I guess. Potentially it's the engine. I'm not actually sure. Paper Crane would probably be the one that's better suited to talk about exactly what they made. But obviously they changed the way the graphics are done. Paradelton, again, below 100
Really
health.
low. Jesus.
But they redid like their poly counts and how they're produced. So I guess there's some kind of, behind the scenes rework there. But it's not like they're getting a new client, which is what everybody would have
Right.
wanted.
So let's see. Paradelton, will and a time and a 2 wills and a time and a life is what he's going to end up with. And let's take a look at JagerX when he goes to buy something. Freedom.
Would we consider doing best champion world like a league thing? No, not really. There's groups that do like the kind of 1v1 stuff already. So we wouldn't really be contributing. Like the reason we did the 1v1 tournaments here was because at the time, I mean, we started this in January of this year. That was our first one. So we almost made it through a full year, almost.
Yeah.
But we did it because it was the only way to actually do casted matches, because there was no spectator client at the time. So Freedom.
Exactly.
I like that Freedom choice.
Yeah.
Because that's got haste on it. Again, haste is a
Absolutely.
good thing.
And the magic resist.
And then double will in a time out of Paradelton. So, I mean, it's kind of the same.
Well, I mean, magic
Paradelton
resist
actually
haste
has
is getting out of CC quicker.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Paradelton has more MR off that than the Freedom, but the tenacity is going to help Jaeger quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Jaeger just eating 6 minions worth of auto attacks. Good lord, man. All this damage coming out from there. At least it's negating health potions. And he's got 4 health potions. Let's not forget that. Paradelton has no health potions.
Yeah, and that's dangerous. You almost want to
Very
not
dangerous.
pick up one of those items and grab health potions.
Exactly.
Oh,
okay,
just
Death Fog
missing
a little
on the
off.
Death Fogs. He has one more to use and still doesn't put it in a good place, in my opinion.
But here's the thing. I mean, that Death Fog's got 1700
Where are you going, Para?
range.
Paradelton winning the health fight here, though, but Jaeger can just pop those potions. He's going to have his drain back up soon, too.
Yeah, so he'll be able to sustain back up in lane just a little bit anyway. And...
Oh, just catching him with the tombstones there.
yeah. And if that was Tactician, that would have been a bigger deal, but Paradelton is getting locked up a little bit here. Jaeger, though... I don't know, I guess this movement speed making a little bit of difference, and along with the freedom.
Paradelton wanting to go back. He's got
I don't blame him.
740 Vim, so...
He's probably getting potions.
Oh, nope.
If he,
Nope, didn't
he
go
can't,
back
I don't know
after
if he
all.
can.
Well, he could have.
I mean,
he'd have been fine. It's not to the point where he'd have chewed through that whole binding.
he'd have lost half of it, though.
Yeah, but that's
That's
fine
dangerous
if
in
you
and
come
of
back
itself.
with an advantage, because he was pushing Jaeger X out.
Yeah,
But
but
now
I think what
Jaeger's healed back
Paradelton's...
up again. So.
But I think what Paradelton was thinking there, if I go back now, I lose half my binding, so this is going to be my last buy if I go back now. Do I want to just wait and pick up even more power?
But then potentially you're going to lose your whole binding.
Well, yeah, potentially.
And now he's going to
So,
lose
I mean-
all his health. There's his
Yeah,
bad.
dude,
The drain is down, but nope. No CC available.
And now
everything was on
Paradelton,
cooldown.
he's thinking about going back
Because
again.
here's the thing, Jaeger did not pick up Death Fog. This is what I was talking about earlier. A lot of people just forgo that. He's level 8 and has not put a point in it.
See, now if we were playing on Progression Patch, he wouldn't have that option.
Yeah.
Then again, it really wouldn't be an option anyway, didn't
Well,
they say
Progression
that?
Patch was a couple months out, but...
Yeah. Alright, so Paradelton going back. Let's see what he gets. He picks up a freedom for himself. He saw Jaeger's build and said, "You know what?
7
I like that."
potions.
Wow, 7. Not quite the sparkly 9-pot dream, but you know what?
And Jaeger makes
I like
a good
it.
decision here. Goes back. Doesn't bother pushing in. He's going to let the minions do the damage to the tower.
Yeah.
He's waiting to figure out what to buy. He was at an awesome
Might.
amount. There he goes. There's a might and a will. And he's going to grab a potion, hopefully. Yes, he
Yep.
does. And then he'll come back out to lane. So he's coming out a little stronger, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just because it's a might versus a time. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the
Paradelton's-
difference right now.
Paradelton's binding is at the point where if he does go back again, he's going to lose it.
Yep. So he's got to try to get some damage back onto the mortal binding, but I'm not
That's
sure he's going to get a
not
whole
gonna
heck of a
happen,
lot.
'cause
Nope,
he's there
it's not, because
already.
there's Jaeger right there. Locked up again, but wasn't able to clear the wave quick enough to get a binding shot down on the Paradelton.
Yeah, Paradelton needed to have done his chilling presence there right when Jaeger popped up, because that doesn't do any damage. It just slows down their auto attacks.
Yes.
So, and movement speed, so it would have let him get away there without quite as much damage. Oh, and he walks in and eats a binding shot.
He got rooted in it too. He was going to try to kite the binding line, throw some harass down on Jaeger, but that nice desecrated ground right on the line just kept Paradelton in.
Barry
It's like,
Reno,
hey, bro.
is balance bad? I was wondering why. We saw a balance earlier, and we saw someone come out with 5 wills, and I thought they were just all going to be turned into balances.
And one of them was.
No. They went into that retribution. Remember?
Oh yeah, it was the retribution.
Yeah.
That's right. We did see
But
a balance.
Princess
It was,
Julie picked up
Julie.
the balance.
That's
But
right.
I would have expected lots of balance stacking. It's not what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of might. This is the first freedoms, so might is a big
Yeah,
deal.
but I don't think we've seen freedom in Best Shaper World ever. But
No.
against Desi, it makes sense.
Yeah, there's never been anyone that really was going to do that much CC.
I'm just waiting for somebody to do like a Zeal or something, just something crazy, just to. But I don't know, Paradelton, you look really low, man. I don't know if you should be up here right now. Well, I mean, the waves are at equilibrium right now. There's only a 9 CS difference. Paradelton looks like he wants to go back. I wonder if Jaeger's gonna be able to sniff it out.
No, but he could potentially take this binding down.
He could. 2 freedoms for Paradelton.
And
And
Jaeger's
he's on his way back already.
still not putting any points in his death fog. Doesn't care.
What did he take for a second spell? Nothing yet.
This binding.
But this binding,
is rough.
I think it's gone.
It's rough. Paradelton better hurry. Does he have his death fog?
He's
He should have
there.
dropped that death fog. He's gonna make it. He cannot go back again ever. So these are his
Well, you
last
know what?
items.
Look
Double
at how much
freedoms. A time and a
he
life.
takes no CC. The thing is, these freedoms, these are offensive items because they reduce
Yeah.
the amount of time you spend CC'd, and while you CC'd, you can't do anything.
See that
So this will
knock up?
keep
It's
the
just
damage
like
up.
it comes up like an inch off the ground. Doop, doop. That's that tenacity stacking, man.
Yeah, Jaeger's looking at that. He's going, "You've got to be kidding me." Because I think Paradox has been studying the other matches. And what happens is somebody just gets locked up in a very long CC chain,
Yeah.
and then
Dark
they die
Matter
because
Gun.
they can't do anything.
Yeah, Dark Matter Gun. They may have just changed how easy it is to find a game because there's so many less people playing now. Because there were issues where some people were sitting in 30 and 40-minute queues trying to play a match. So you're probably you're gonna end up against, like, if you thought matchmaking was bad before, it's probably worse now.
Oh God! Didn't
But
you say you got
Tuesday,
matched up
Thursday
against
nights.
Cuss?
Oh yeah, Cuss QT. Oh, that was like 2 days after the announcement too. So it can only be worse now. The worst part of that was he played Moya in the jungle. Like, come on, Cuss, give us a break. Look at that. Here we go. Those knockups not really going up very high at all.
Not on either side.
And the
You
wave
know,
clear is
Parad-
keeping him completely away from the binding. That might is almost fully stacked. It doesn't even matter because he's not going into strife. He's going into decay. But I don't
Actually,
think
he's
he
not
wants
going
to.
into anything.
I don't think he wants to go back.
And I don't think he can.
Yeah,
Because the other
Paradelton
thing
just
about
zipping around. 55
Okay, cool.
haste.
looks like he's got 9-second cooldowns on his skills, about 8 for chilling presence,
He's
and
got
86
2 points
on-
in that death fog now, so this is where it actually starts doing some decent damage.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
5% of the max
attack?
health.
Yeah.
Jaeger's still no points. Oh, finally put a point in it. Still hasn't picked his second spell though.
Yeah. Oh, Paradox dropped a Wither sometime earlier. I didn't
Yep.
see when that went down. But yeah, you stack the Chilling Presence with the Wither, and Paradelta eats a Binding Shot, and apparently does not care. Oh my god, Paradelta eating the Binding Shot. There's the Drain going
There it
down.
is. That's going to
Jaeger's
be
walking him out.
potentially Paradelta go down. And this is allowable. You can run
Yep,
through,
they can go there.
but he knows where he's going. He can cut him off. Oh, and he just didn't put it in the right
misses.
place.
No turkeys. Confirmed on Turkey Watch. No turkeys.
Well, there's one turkey. Paradelta's there. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Alrighty. So, long match for the first match of this semifinals.
Is this
He
going to go
knows
to
he's
CS?
there. Is he's going to... Oh, he blinked!
Oh, the
He blinked!
Comes after him. Paradelta.
It's it!
Bait.
That's
One
it,
more
boys!
Auto's going to get it.
Oh, my
But
God.
can he get it?
No!
No! Oh!
Oh,
Paradelta's
70
still
health.
alive by the skin of his teeth.
He can't
and there's his
leave.
Warden back. No, he can't. But Jaeger, it looks like he's going for it.
No, he
He's
wants
thinking about
to,
he's going
but
for the binding. Yeah, he
wants to,
wanted
he
to go for
can't.
that binding.
That binding's going to do way too much damage. It's sitting at 209 attack damage right now. And you got to
it's
remember,
only
that
gonna get
goes through
worse.
70% of your armor, so...
And when you don't have any armor built anyway, yeah.
Well, he's got 62 from basic scaling, but it's still...
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to a binding. I mean,
That basically means he
seriously.
has 20.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Man, that blink was great. He waited,
Oh.
and he chose it right as he was coming out of there so that he couldn't anticipate it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was it. I thought that was it.
So did I. I don't know how.
It was
Paradelta
one auto
got out
attack.
of
It
there.
was literally one auto attack, and it would have been done.
Wowee. 13 to 14. Paradelta getting low again.
Oh, and he's
Jaeger
body
going
blocking
for the
him.
body block,
No,
but walked right around.
He's too zippy. He's too zippy.
That's these two. That's all the haste that's on Paradelta right now. He's got 2 freedoms at a time running. It's only 55 haste, but it gives him 412 movement speed to.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Jaeger's actually faster because
Well, it's because he's got the
5% movement
percent.
speed.
Yeah, he's got the percent. 14 CS difference right now. Dropping that on screen for
Yep,
everybody.
I will keep that. Keep
Not
that
a big deal. I don't see that changing at all because of.
I mean,
of
come
the
on,
situation.
Desecrator's not missing a last hit with the kind of damage he's got right
And
now. It's
Jaeger's
just
up.
not-
Jaeger's up 1,000 Vim on Paradelta.
You know, I say that, and then Paradelta
Oh!
misses a CS to the binding. There we go. Deathbug's coming out, but
Oh, he thinks he's in the
the
bush. He doesn't
he's
realize.
Paradelta getting really low here,
Run,
getting locked up by
Parano!
one as much as he can. Standing in the Deathbugs. Where's the last one? He's barely alive. That's 30 health right now. And he hit win
Oh,
for Jaeger,
almost.
but he doesn't get it.
Almost.
Oh.
Jeez. Paradelta just whiffing everything because he doesn't have a ward out. Like,
Yes, he
hello,
does
man.
now.
You could have put your ward in that bush. He didn't realize he ran down the side aisle, or else he could have had a lot of damage on him.
Oh, man. Just the mind games coming out from Jaeger.
Oh, God.
It's like Jaeger's got the download on Paradelta right now, knowing exactly what he's going to do lately. There's the chat. They just saw the exchanges right there.
No, Para,
Paradelta
what
going
are
down
you
again.
doing?
There's the drain going down. And
Oh, my God. 40.
Drains.
11. No, we've got to
health, and
11.
he's still alive. Paradelta
Oh, if there had
living
been
on
one-
the edge.
One more tick, and he'd have been dead. One more
Or a
tick.
minion
No.
or something.
Oh my God, he has to get up there. He can't stay back because of the threat
Yeah.
to the binding.
Right, and he's got to get these only sustain right now is this life. He's
Yeah.
relying on these consume procs to stay alive right now. But apparently, I mean, he's got to dodge everything now. I mean, any hit kills Paradelta right now.
Well, he needs to actually not be trying to CS because he's out of range when those die.
Right.
He needs to let them come up and then wave clear here. Oh, and then he walks right into the desecrated ground.
Well, he healed up enough so he was fine there,
Yeah.
but
Gotta be careful though.
this is oh man, the yeah, the chat's going the calculations. It's like what?
This match. Oh my God.
I'm telling you. Paradelta definitely showing his experience. Now that's level 3 Death Fog up for Jaeger X. That's 7.5% of his health. There's the turkey right there. Paradelta can't
Double
stand
turkey,
around
double
just by
turkey.
2 turkeys. Oh man.
That's the
It
most exciting
happened.
thing to happen in this whole
Double
tournament. Double
turkeys.
turkeys. Double turkeys. Can we
I
get
mean,
a
we
triple? Ooh, baby.
Oh my god. Triple turkey.
Oh, here we go. He's getting him caught.
And
That's it.
Paradelta going down.
Clap, clap.
The desecrated ground, beautifully placed to keep Paradelta locked in. He knew he couldn't get away from his death, so he accepted his fate.
Remember, folks, that was just game 1. 18
Yes.
minutes. 18 minutes, level 17
Ooh.
on Jaeger X. Wow.
Not even close to the longest game we've had in Best Shaper World, so... We've had a 25-minute
exciting.
Moya match.
That's-
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the closest matches we've had.
Oh, man.
So this next match, we'll get Paradelton on the moral side. See what happens. It's unfortunate that we don't have the EU servers. That might actually help him out.
Yeah, they are shut down, so... But apparently he didn't need it. I mean, he could get away with 11 health there. I mean, my God.
That was so lucky. So lucky. It would help if I typed the right password in.
Yeah, that might help.
Losing it.
Ooh, man. See, this is why you come watch Best Shaper World. I mean, LCS expansion tournament. Nah, man. They don't have turkeys.
Right there at the end, that was the sound of one Desecrator clapping, right?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, and shout out to Dynamo Tom, putting up one of his Dawngate No Pen Burr drawings, which is all of his pencil sketches. Doing a little
Nice.
Desi sketch in honor of Best Desecrator World. Retweeting that out on our Twitter.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Ooh-wee. Well, waiting for Paradelton to come into there. He needs to relog, apparently, and that's totally fine. Now you can see that. I don't have a problem with that. Although, uh-oh. Dark Matter Gun putting all his hopes into Paradelton. I don't know, man. He's never won a Best Shaper World before. I don't know if you should put your money on there. Oh God, could you imagine if there was like Salty Bet going on this Best Shaper World matches with that last match going on? Oh my God.
It's funny, that was actually something that John over at MOBA Champions said he was going to be developing next. Was a salty bet system for Dawngate.
Nice.
So, unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Alright, so who is going to face Acrid Knives in the finals?
I don't know, man. Look, Jaeger. I mean, this could have been either one of them there, but I mean, Jaeger did, dominate the late game. I mean, Paradelton just got so low in health, and he could never really sustain himself right back up to the point. I think the only sustain being the life was a mistake, I think. But then again, you can't really know that your game is going to go that late that you need to get more sustain than a life, too, so... I don't know. Exactly who will face the knives? What? Okay, so looks like chat is saying that we're going to have Skyfu facing Acrid Knives in the finals. Not sure how that's going to work.
We've got a dance battle going on in the Twitch chat. Skyfu breakdancing.
Oh, there you go.
I know. How will Knives be able to respond?
Well, I mean, he does have mittens in his back pocket, so I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
you just have to throw Best Cat World into the mix, and it's all over with.
Oh, I just want to see what his response here is. Wow, break dances off the edge of the earth. Oh my God, the earth is flat. What? We've been lied to, Garwar. If Skyfu can dance off the edge of the earth, that means the world is flat. I don't believe it.
Yeah, Knives just responded by throwing the cat at her. That's all you can do.
Like, yeah. And Paradelton finally in. Sorry, guys. All right. Hey, that's fine.
So Best Cat World versus the Squid God.
I don't know,
we'll
man.
see how that turns out.
Uh-oh, but there's the catnip coming back from the
it's all
Squid
over
God. Oh, just forget it.
Baited and outsmarted.
All right, well, it looks like our players have picked Desecrator for this match. It's probably a wise decision.
Potentially both locking in the Gladiator. So.
Yeah, they are both going to lock in the Gladiator. Which, I mean, it's kind of funny that you remember back in back when we did the Dawngate song, one of the lines was "Melee Gladiator, screw you." In fact, that was actually the last lines of that song. And now it's like Melee Gladiator is a thing now. So, oh my god.
Back in the day, people are all like, "Oh, Melee Gladiator, it'll be good." No, it wasn't. There was no that little freebie that they give you for missing a couple back then. So.
All right, so Paradelton, please tell me I'm looking at this right. He actually decided to put some movement speed in his loadout.
Yep.
We got 17.2 arm. Yep, 2.5% movement speed, 22.2 health, and Warden. What does Jaeger have? No difference. Ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, his fridge wasn't broken, so he didn't call the repairman.
Exactly.
It is hot versus cold again. So we will see the fire and ice. The battle of fire and ice.
There you go. And what? No level 1 shenanigans? What's going on? I don't believe this is Paradelton. Paradelton, do you have Julie playing your character right now? Because you're not doing any level 1 shenanigans. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Might give him a better chance of making it into the finals.
Oh!
He's down a game. So.
Shots fired. Oh, Desi.
Oh, the jokes are real.
Which one did you get? I got the hip bone connected to the saw blade.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Because then we figured out, the jokes and stuff are not synchronized between clients, and there we go. The minion aggro going back and forth already. Wow. Yeah, that's a sad thing. I think at this point in the game, the minion's actually going to end up doing more damage than the Desecrators will. And apparently this movement speed loadout not coming into effect yet because, they just both, they're just eating all the tombs.
Well, to be fair, it's not like they've got a big difference in their movement speed bonuses.
Yeah. Well, oh god. I think Dark Matter Gun wins the Twitch chat for this game. I hope y'all have your Jaeger in the fridge.
Yeah. I've got the Jaeger in the fridge on my screen. But,
yeah, same
here. I
really
want it in the freezer, so I guess that is where it is, since he is covered in ice. So it's pretty much the only way you can do shots of Jaeger. If it's ice cold.
I wouldn't know, but that's all right.
It's not the greatest. It's like a black licorice liqueur, so if you don't like black licorice, and I don't like black licorice, then it's like one of the worst flavors in the world. So.
I never understood it. It's like when you get those in those candy as a kid, like there's always that black licorice candy in there, and it's like nobody ever ate those.
Well, I knew a lot of people that did, and I'm not that person. I had friends who would take black licorice and drop it into bottles of like Dr. Pepper and stuff, and like you'd go over to their house, oh, can I get a Dr. Pepper? And like they would have already like put one in all the bottles, and it's just, oh god, no, why?
Why do you do this to me?
All you need for Jaegers to already be drunk. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so. There you go. Well, Drain's going back and forth already right now, and Paradelton apparently got sick of getting pushed around last game, so...
Well, it wasn't going back and forth. Paradelton drained. Jaeger does not have a spell yet.
Wait a minute.
Now he picks Drain.
Now he picks Drain. He's trolling me there. I'm losing it today, guys, apparently.
Scuttlebuns, you can have all the black licorice thing, because we don't want any of it.
Yeah, you can have them, man.
That's the good thing of liking stuff that nobody else likes, is it's all yours.
It's kind of like, this time you open the Starburst package and then it's 2 lemons. It's just like, what the crap.
This must stay under observation.
So with, Scuttlebuns, you're that guy who likes the lemon Starburst too, isn't it? You see the pack of 2 Starbursts and they're both lemon and you love it, right? You're that guy, aren't you? I know, Pro Shark casting here, we're talking about candy while there's a fridge and an oven battling out on the screen, right? See,
lemon flavored Starburst, not the greatest in the world. Though I will say, in the Jolly Ranchers, the lemonade was pretty good.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Well, the difference between lemonade and
watermelon
lemon.
OP.
Yeah, watermelon for sure.
All right. So they're
Kelly, now I've got
doing
chat
pretty
yelling at me.
pretty fair. Jaeger's
Well, they
still
were
got
doing
that
pretty-
drain, so he could
Yeah,
come
he
back.
does.
You know, saving it is a good idea. Like I've said before, the longer you wait, the more damage it's going to do, and the bigger the heal you're going to get off of it. So if you don't have to use it, like if you're not really low, or you're not going to get a kill, then sitting on it is better.
Well, there's level 6 for Paradelton. If he wants to go in, now was a good time. But, you know, again, Jaeger just hit level 6. There's the
There's
Death
the
Fog
ult.
coming out. But, okay, there's the drain coming down onto Paradelton. And now he's got to run away.
Yeah, again, Jaeger going with the leveling up the tombstones and the desecrated ground,
Completely forgoing Death Fog,
Death
yeah.
Fog and chilling presence. Yeah, you guys just like the off flavors, and that's fine. Like
Yeah,
the
there's-
sour and the. That's everybody's got a different thing. I just not for me.
You know what I think
It
is?
made it easy. I could always give that stuff to the friend that liked it. I didn't have to eat
Exactly. So I think that was the real strategy.
it.
They
Like
just wanted
vegetables.
free candy.
Oh wait.
What's wrong with vegetables, man? I mean, they can be perfectly fine. It's just most people don't know how to cook them, you know, for worth anything, really. Can't tell you how many times I've gone over to somebody's house. It's like, dude, you completely overcooked these vegetables. It's like they don't even have any flavor left because you cooked them too damn much.
Well, but that's just it. Like when you're growing up, like you're only eating whatever your parents are cooking. If they cook it wrong, you're not gonna like it. So.
Exactly.
All right, so Paradelton's gonna go back and shop. He's sitting on They're pretty close in Vim. They're only about 100 off. He's gonna take some damage to his binding here, though, just from the minions. Jaeger's
I
gonna
think
go
he's
back
okay
and
with
shop
that.
as well. Oh, coming
my
back with the double
God!
conviction.
Yeah.
He really wants
Get-
this. He's got
get
conviction, people.
Get your pillows out, guys. It's gonna be a long one.
Well, not necessarily. You got to remember, like, if he plays it safe, sure, he can take some harass and regen it back up. But if he goes ham, he can get burst down.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, he does
there's
get a
the
lot of
aggression.
magic resist there, but there's the aggression coming out on the other side, along with just some zippity action, running around, dancing around,
Well,
hitting him a lot. He
got an
gets
aggression
he
coming
gets
out.
a lot better base damage off the Forgotten Tombs right now because he has one up on it.
Yeah, there's that aggression coming out from Jaeger, so that'll help a little bit. But he can't be happy about seeing 2 convictions on Paradelton. It's like, son of a.
No, yeah, but the thing is Paradelton has to move around and not take damage to let the convictions actually do work.
Right.
If he just
And the
sits
thing
there
is,
and trades, he's gonna come out behind.
Yep. So, I mean, every time he takes any kind of poke from Jaeger, it's 80 health he gets back. And, well, it's about a third of the damage if he can just... he'll get a third of the damage back for free if he can avoid the poke,
Yeah,
essentially.
for 10 seconds, but he has to avoid
Yeah.
all damage for 10 seconds to get it back.
Right. But then again, that's something he wants to do anyway. He's got Warden, right? So, yeah. But, I mean, you can see it's making a bit of difference. Paradelton's up in the health right now. I mean, yeah, the 15 defense penetration is all well and good, but...
And he eats that binding shot. You don't get the conviction proc off that, folks. Sorry.
Nope. Only off Shapers do you get the conviction procs. Oh, boy. Almost... Okay, so lost 1 last hit from being stunned there. Lost 2 there from the wave for Paradelton. Let's take a look at the CS. It's dead even, basically. 72 to 69.
I mean, that's the difference, is those couple of CS he was off. Now it's off by 5, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Paradelton with the conviction, this is actually doing pretty well for him.
Yep.
He's dancing around. He's got a life. He's got a double conviction, so there's a lot of sustain coming back from this.
You know, and I still blame CusQT for the popularity of convictions and magic damage Best Shaper Worlds. I will always forever blame CusQT for that, for his conviction AD carry Zalgus build that he ran in Best Zalgus World. Yeah, it did, but it didn't make it any less infuriating.
What's going on, JetAmp? Thanks for stopping
Hey,
by.
JetAmp. Do you know how much it sucked to play solo queue after that week?
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah, it was awful.
So Peridalton doing a better job, coming out ahead now in terms of Vim. Still pretty even in CS, but you know, he didn't spend quite as much when he went back.
No, he sure didn't. The convictions are
Jaeger's
cheaper
got,
than the aggressions.
Sitting on 5 potions though. Well, Peridalton's only on 2, but Peridalton doesn't really have to use them.
Yeah, because he's got free potions from 2 convictions.
So I see this just being like Farm Fest 2014 until Peridalton has enough money to go back and buy something that he wants.
Do you think we see a Faith come out?
Jaeger
Because Faith
actually put a point into his Death Fog this time at level 10, which is that's what he didn't do last time, and I was worried about because you want to put it in at level 10 if you skipped it at 6, so that you get the second one right away at 11.
Exactly. Good point.
We've got the Blink and the Drain coming out of Peridalton, just a Drain coming out of Jaeger, so he'll pick that on the fly.
Peridalton didn't like what happened with that Blink last
he just
game.
went straight Blink. He's like, I'm blinking out of that crap.
It's like, forget this. Had enough of these shenanigans.
And yeah, Peridalton's good move should be going back and buying a Growth.
Yeah, just because he needs even more. And then he turns that into, like, what, a Vibrance next?
Yeah, who knows?
But you know what? I almost want to see Faith.
Rebirth, come on. Just go Rebirth.
Oh, yeah, Rebirth would be great. But the thing is,
that
I don't know if he's going to get
that's
enough money
fitting for
it.
Desecrator as he eats another Binding Shot.
Yeah. But the reason I'm thinking Faith is just to deal with the Death Fog a little bit better, because that's % health damage, and Faith gives you the shield, but that doesn't increase your maximum health.
I would go. I would actually. This is the one I was trying to say this earlier when we saw that 5 roll start that went into Retribution. I would go Retribution here, because you are eating lots of magic damage, but you're not auto attacking a lot, right?
Right.
So you could just soak it up, soak it up, soak it up. Just don't clap them, and then wait until you get a good all in and walk up and smack them for a good amount of damage.
Yeah, because
now come the laughs.
Retribution doesn't
roughly on
reset
both
unless you
sides.
die, right?
Right.
Or you
Actually,
use
I
the
don't even
auto
think
attack.
that's it. I don't. It's just using the auto attack. So.
But then again, well, the reason I say unless you die, because if you die, the match is over, so it doesn't matter.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
Still no second spell out of Jaeger. He hit 11, but he didn't put the point into the Death Fog. Is he just? Oh, he just hasn't selected yet. Okay.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah,
I
he
counted
just
the little
hasn't picked it
boxes.
yet.
It's just not there yet. He's 12 now, so he's actually ahead.
But no, remember you don't get a point at level 10 because that's your spell instead.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so he had to wait till 12. My bad.
Yep. He wanted the max tombstone.
So he must have put
first.
that in at 9.
Peridalton just getting locked up a little bit.
What's going on, Big
They're
Sink?
losing a little bit of damage. Hey,
You
Big
missed
Sink, how
some
you doing, man?
pretty crazy. The first match of this round was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Definitely have to go back and watch that
Got
one.
down,
because that was-
Peridalton down to 11 health at one point.
And then there was another point he was at like what 40 and
40,
then,
yeah. I mean, he was low for a while. Yeah. So they're both
Well,
up
you know-
over 2,400. 2,400 Vim. CS
CS dead
is
even.
in. Actually, has swung into Peridalton's favor a bit.
Well, I mean it's like 3, and now it's
No,
even
it's going to
again.
be
Yeah,
about
it's
1.
Even.
But it's swinging back into his favor because he was behind. See, it's dead even now. They're both going to pick
Yeah.
up this last CS. We hope. Oh, he punishes him going in for that CS. That was a good move, but Peridalton's actually
Yeah,
going to
but
finally eat a
Peridalton's
bunch of
going to
damage.
eat 7 minions there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and Peridalton's got more health anyway. I mean, those convictions are getting him a good amount of health, so he can afford to take a little bit there. But now the minions are attacking
But
both
see, this
Shapers.
is where
Death
the
Fog
conviction
down.
comes in.
The blade comes out. He just tried to get out of the Death Fog, and
That's
Peridalton's
it.
going to go down. The
Oh,
dream is
Peridalton.
over for Peridalton. Oh. He was saying this is his chance to finally stop being the bridesmaid and finally be the bride, but it is not to be. Peridalton
This is
will
for
die.
Peridalton.
Sorry, everyone.
Hold on. I gotta replay it.
All right.
Sorry, everyone. Dream's over.
Sorry, Peridalton.